Success isn't about never falling down. It's about how many times you get back up. Persistence is what keeps you going when things get tough, when obstacles seem insurmountable, and when doubts start creeping in. Remember, every great achievement in history started with someone who refused to give up. No matter what challenges you're facing right now, keep pushing forward. Because the truth is, your breakthrough is just around the corner. So, stay focused, stay committed, and never, ever give up. Keep moving, keep grinding. Your persistence will be the reason you achieve everything you set out to do. Let's go after those dreams and make it happen. Before the city ever stirred, when the sky was still holding its breath between night and morning, a little street lamp flickered at the end of a forgotten road. Its name was Lumo. No one noticed Lumo anymore. The newer roads glowed with neon signs and LED towers, but this road had been abandoned when a new highway was built. Still, every night, at exactly the same hour, Lumo switched himself on. His light was weak, sometimes trembling, yet he stood tall in the darkness. People said, "Why does that old lamp still shine? There's no one left to walk there." Lumo heard them. He had heard them for years. One stormy night, the wind laughed cruelly as it whipped around him. Rain flooded the cracked asphalt, and his light trembled harder than ever. For the first time in decades, Lumo wondered if persistence was foolish when no one seemed to care. Then he saw her. A young woman stood at the far end of the road, soaked, shaking, her phone dead, her breath panicked. The main highway lights had gone out after the storm. She had wandered into the darkness, lost and afraid. Lumo's small, trembling glow was the only thing she could see. She walked toward him slowly, step by step, guided by that fragile beam. When she finally reached the bus stop beneath his pole, she collapsed in relief. Lumo didn't glow brighter. He simply stayed on. And that was enough. Far from that road, in the heart of a rocky valley, lived a donkey named Beko. He worked in a stone quarry, pulling heavy carts for farmers who rarely noticed his effort. His hooves were cracked, his back ached. Yet every dawn he pulled again, not because he was praised, but because something inside him refused to stop. One season, the quarry dried up. The farmers left. The carts were abandoned. For the first time in his life, Beko stood with nothing to pull. A hawk landed nearby and said gently, "Beko, you have mistaken movement for meaning. Persistence is not about dragging empty weight forever. It is about choosing the right direction to keep moving." That night, Beko didn't sleep in the quarry. He followed the narrow mountain path until he reached a distant village that still needed help carrying water from the river below. His legs trembled as he climbed, but he did not turn back. That day, Beko discovered something new. Persistence does not shout. It changes direction quietly. At the edge of a deserted train station sat a girl named Imani. She had been coming there every evening for 3 years with a notebook full of poems. She hoped one day a train would stop and someone would read her words, someone who might take her far from the small town that never listened. The trains never stopped. They thundered past, shaking the ground, never slowing. One evening, an old blind violinist sat beside her and said, "Child, Trains only carry those who are already moving. You are not meant to wait for doors that are built to rush past you. That night, Imani did not return to the station. She began reciting her poems in the market, then at weddings, then at funerals. People who had never noticed her before began to gather. A year later, the trains were still not stopping, but people were. Persistence is not standing still with hope in your hands. It is walking forward even when no one is watching. And so the lesson remains. Be like Lumo. Shine even when the road looks forgotten. Be like Beko. Keep moving, but choose wisely where your strength is spent. Be like Imani. Stop waiting at places that never pause for you. Because the ones who endure quietly are not chasing applause. They are building destinies in the dark.